And then you're going to do 5 repetitions in the opposite direction. Okay? Turning it to your left as far as you can, and then coming back around, turning it to the right as far as you can. So you're going to roll your shoulders forwards.
One shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Day and age, people have poor posture. Well, I want to teach you how to improve your posture and open your shoulders with this upper body stretching routine. Casper, this is BKPT. If you haven't yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and mash that notification bell, okay? And definitely share the show, because at the end of the day, people struggle right now, in particularly. They're stuck behind the screens. You know, you're on your phone, and everything's internally rotated. So your shoulders are always inwards rotation. And we want to go through a number of different dynamic stretches and static stretches. So dynamic stretches help to kind of loosen the shoulders up. The static stretches help to really get into, but it's more of a stick and hold on a muscle so that we can get deeper into that muscle, helping to also open that shoulder up. But I want you guys to know, we're going to go through these stretches. You also have to strengthen the muscles that are loose. And the reason you have poor posture is because you have certain muscles that are tight, which is pretty much your anterior, your fronts of your shoulders, and then your anterior deltoids. And you also have loose rhomboids. So in the back of your body, like your middle part of your back, you got loose rhomboids. So it helps to kind of like pull yourself forward. So I want to show you 10 dynamic stretches. I'm going to show you 4 static stretches. And then in another episode, I'll go ahead and give you those strengthening and exercises to help kind of strengthen that up as well. All right? Like you have poor posture, well, guess what? I'm going to give you 10 dynamic stretches and 10 static stretches that's going to improve your posture and open your shoulders with this upper body stretching routine. Okay? So we're going to do 10 dynamic stretches. These are just mobility motions to help kind of improve your range of motion. So therefore we can do the static stretches, which is to elongate the muscle so that way you can get a better, to relax and release the tension in certain areas so that way you can strengthen certain areas that are relaxed, okay? Because that's kind of what goes on, have poor posture. So let's get right in. So we're going to start off, and it's going to sound simple at first because it's where it's going to start, and it's going to move into more of a progression. It's not like this is like some crazy hard stuff, but when done right and in the right way with the right repetition, you're going to get what you're looking for, okay? So head circles, we're going to do 5 repetitions in the one direction, and then you're going to do 5 repetitions in the opposite direction, okay? And we're going to head turns. So you're just going to take your head, stand nice and tall, turning it to your left as far as you can, and then coming back around, turning it to the right as far as you can, okay? Same thing, 5 repetitions each way. This is to help kind of loosen up your traps, okay? So where your neck ties into your shoulders, okay? The next one we're gonna do is going to be shoulder rolling. So you're gonna roll your shoulders forwards, 5 reps, nice big rolls, and then rolling them backwards. Same thing, 5 reps. Try to feel your chest opening up, trying to open those shoulder blades up, really getting into it. 5 repetitions, okay? The next one we're gonna do is grabbing a resistance band. I like to grab this on the end, so you're just gonna wrap your hand with it. Same thing on the other side, the other hand, wrap your hand with it. If you feel like you could do more, because we're just gonna go over your head with the band and towards your butt, okay? Up and over and towards your front. So I take one more loop with your hand, 5 each way. The next one we're gonna do is gonna be kind of fun. This is around the world. So you're just taking your right hand up, over, and around your head, still holding onto that resistance band, and then chasing it with your left hand. And you're gonna do 5 in that direction. And you're gonna come back around, so now your left hand is first going over your head and behind it, and chasing it with the right. 5 with that one. The next one we're gonna do, I'm gonna loop one more time with my hands. We're gonna do chest expanders. So just opening your chest up, driving those hands straight out to the side and back, and squeezing your rhomboids also. So you're stretching your chest and squeezing your rhomboids. Same thing, 5 repetitions, okay? So we're gonna put the band, resistance band, TheraBand, whatever you wanna call it, down. We're gonna clasp your hands in front of you. You're gonna roll your shoulders and head forward and down, stretching your back and shoulders forward, and then pull them back and open them out, and pull almost like you're trying to pull your hand from unclasping one another, and it's going to feel like you're just separating your shoulders straight out, okay? So roll them back, pulling your hands, opening those shoulders, stretching straight out, and then rolling them back forward. And then open them up, stretching them out, pulling your hands apart. Same thing, 5 repetitions of this as well. All right, I do have a bar here right behind me, so I'm just gonna turn around, put my hands on the bar, feet are directly underneath my shoulders, and I'm just gonna lean back, let my shoulders stretch forward, and then almost like I'm pushing in and letting my shoulders push back and down. And then relax and pull forward, leaning back, and then pushing them back and down. Same thing, 5 repetitions each direction. The next one I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be going against the wall here. You want your feet up, out from the wall about 6-8 inches. You're gonna put your hands up over your head. And you're just drag your knuckles down the wall, taking your elbows, turning your upper body into a W. So just kind of driving those elbows down, trying to keep your knuckles up on the wall, going straight back over your head, and then back down, squeezing your lats and rhomboids, trying to keep your back up against the wall, keeping your knuckles on the wall, same thing, 5 repetitions, okay? And the last one you're gonna do for these dynamic stretches is you're just gonna slap your hands in front and behind. Same thing, 5 each way. Just trying to get those shoulders opened up, okay? So those were our 10 dynamic stretches. Now we're gonna go into our static stretches, okay? So now that they're loosened up, you can go through that once or even twice more. I really wouldn't do more than 3 times, but you know, you can do it multiple times through the day as well, all right? Now it's time for our static stretching. Static stretching is trying to elongate the muscles. Now that we've done our dynamic stretches, we kind of loosened them up, got the mobility going. Now it's time to elongate them, all right? So we're gonna run through 10 of these as well, all right? Starting off super simple, we're gonna start off standing. We're gonna start off also just holding, like clasping the back of your fingers, taking it onto the back of your head, and just sticking and holding that. Typically about 8 seconds, okay? So 8 seconds, and then we're gonna do the same thing. You can do it one of 2 ways, taking your forehead, pushing it back, or I go underneath my jaw and just pushing your head upwards. Second one's gonna be taking your hand on the top of your head, over top actually, and looping it onto the other side. So my right arm is gonna grab almost over top and towards the left side of my head. And you're trying to drop your left shoulder down at the same time as pulling your head towards your right shoulder. 8 seconds. And then switching. Just like I said, the dynamic stretches, this is to help relax your traps. Good. That way you can get your shoulders moving and stretched, so that way you can get the mobility and then also your posture corrected. All right, the next one, pretty much 3 in 1. Is going to be a chest anterior deltoid stretch. So you're gonna take your hand, also known as like your doorway stretch, okay? So your hands on the doorway or a post or a pole or whatever you have, wall. You're gonna take your right foot, so your right hand's on the doorway, your right foot's forward, and you're not grasping it, you're just kind of like relaxing your arm. So this gets your bicep stretched out, as well as your front of your shoulder, your anterior deltoid, and all the way into your pec major, clavicle pectoral. So just twisting away from your body. About 8 seconds. We're gonna come back. Now we're gonna go down lower. So hand now will drop towards your hip or thigh. Same legs forward. Just a different angle on that shoulder, trying to open that up. And then the last one's gonna be above your shoulder, okay? So your arms up nice and high. Same thing, right foot forward. Still working that right arm. And you'll feel the different angles. You'll feel different muscles getting stretched in the front of your shoulder, chest, especially depending on what part of your body is tight. Awesome. We're gonna do the same thing with the other arm. So left foot forward, starting off with hip, shoulder height. Trying to open that body up. And down low. Stepping out of it. And then up high. Ooh, this one's tight. We're going to go into our lat stretch first. So same thing against the wall. You're going to take your arm up over your head, reach your hand down your spine, and you're going to keep reaching down your spine, and you're going to stand about 3 to 6 inches away from the post or wall or whatever you're going to be leaning into. And the farther you stand, the deeper this stretch is. So you want to make sure your head's pushing that arm back, and then also that the post or wall is pushing it to stretch it. And you're just leaning in to add that extra resistance or weight to get that deeper stretch. Okay, and then into the other side. The arms over the wall, using your head to push it back. Trying to keep your body nice and straight, reaching down your spine, and just leaning into it. Okay, whew, man, those are brutal already, okay? So, here we go. We're gonna go to the floor. We're gonna go into our post-delt stretch. Okay, so you're gonna lay down, and your hand's gonna be across your chest, your arms gonna be across your chest. You're gonna lay flat on top of it. So my right arm going across my chest, up underneath my body, laying on my stomach, and your left arm is gonna be straight over your head, and just trying to relax. And stretching the right post-delt. Three good long breaths. You're gonna come out of it. You're gonna take that same right arm straight out to the opposite side. So now it's gonna go straight out away from your body. Your left hand's gonna be bent and by your shoulder, hands on the floor, and then you're gonna hook your left leg around, stretching the front of that shoulder out on that right arm, using your left arm to kind of push your body to add that resistance. Coming out of everything nice and slow. Now we're gonna go right into that left arm now. So the left arm's gonna go across your chest, laying flat on it. And then your right arm's going straight up over your head. Just relaxing, stretching the back or post-delt of that left shoulder. Coming out of it, taking it all the way out to this, away from your body now. Right arm's next to your shoulder on the floor, hooking that right leg over top and across, rolling over that shoulder. And using my right arm now to push to help stretch. Okay. All right. Whew. Those all feel fantastic so far. Right? All right. So the next one we're gonna do, so now that we're off the ground, so those were 2 down there. Now we're gonna go into a hang. So to help with, pulling your shoulders upward. So holding that bar nice and tight, and then just trying to relax your hips and let your body kind of hang down, pulling your shoulders up. And if you feel like you can't hang from a pull-up bar, and you have your feet on the ground, I strongly suggest keep your feet on the ground, but then you'll want to do this singular arm-wise. So you're just going to kind of like relax your legs and just let that shoulder stretch up. Also stretching that lat out. Same thing with your other arm. All right, these are all our static stretches. Okay, the next one and the last one is, it's almost like a farmer carry. So you're doing a dead hang also, but it's the opposite way. So the biggest thing, you can do this standing. I like to do it seated, just because I feel like you get a little bit better of a stretch in it. So you're gonna grab some dumbbells. Like I said, you can do it standing, but I'm doing it seated. You're gonna sit nice and tall, shoulders back, and then just let the weight of the dumbbells pull those shoulders down. Just let them relax. As you take deep breaths, you'll feel them stretch a little further and further and further away from you. Awesome. And just dropping those weights. All right, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed the 10 dynamic stretches, the 10 static stretches to help loosen that body up, loosen the shoulders up, help open those shoulders, and also improve your posture. Don't forget, like I said, you're going to also need to do strengthening exercises, okay? So strengthening exercises, now that you have, warmed up your shoulders, loosened up your shoulders, elongated those muscles, corrected any imbalances, now you want to make sure you're strengthening the opposite muscles, which are tight. So typically when your posture is bad, the fronts of your shoulders, chest is super tight, and that's why we worked on, loosening all that up. Now you want to strengthen, your rhomboids, so the upper part of your back, and you want to help open those shoulders. So working like your W's, your Y's, your rows, face pulls, all those types of motions to help with your posture, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed all 10 of those and those extra added bonus pro tips there at the end. So if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe. Also share this video. So please share the video as well. There's tons of people out there that need work on their posture. These are simple tests that you can do at home, at your office, wherever. You're not going to get sweaty, dirty, nothing. So go ahead and implement these, and I will see you in the next video.